I remember every little minute of the day. I told my wife, okay, I'm going there. I'm going to Kfar Aza. And my wife told me, you couldn't go into Kfar Aza. As the day progressed, we realized that something terrible is happening in Kfar Aza. We didn't know the scope of it. We have an audio of Ziv and our mother.
הם פה בדוד, כל התירה שלי צרופה.
גם אצלנו השוער שלי שרוף.
לא, הם פה, הם עדיין פה.
ממי, תסגור את החלון של הממ"ד עכשיו.
And we lost connection with one at 9:30 and the other at 10. And only 11 days the intelligence informed us that they were kidnapped. And this is it. You have to live with the feeling that your two brothers are in Gaza. I live with a huge amount of guilt. I'm their older brother. Our father has Parkinson's dementia, so I was the one supposed to help them, and I worried. And since then, I'm failing for almost 22 months to bring them back. Our mother told me, bring them back to me. For almost 22 months, I'm failing in that. The sad part is that we didn't get our hopes high anymore. The fall can break you. Dream about meeting them at the Re'im base, dreaming about the white lights of the hospital.
What do you say to those who are on college campuses, are here in Times Square, in Columbus Circle, in Washington Square Park, who are just not even mentioning the fact that there are hostages?
That they need to direct their anger and right frustration for the miserable children of Gaza to Hamas. When Hamas will feel pressured, it will be over. I think most of them are very uneducated, and it's a problem.
Shalom, Jews of New York. I'm here with Yoav, the brother of Gali and Ziv, hostages that are kept in Gaza for over 600 days. I'm not going to ask how you are. I'm going to ask, what have you been doing here in the U.S. in the past few days?
This is my third time in DC and New York since 2025. We are here to continue the advocacy of releasing of all the hostages, releasing my two little brothers, but we need all of them. My first time here was in just a day before President Trump was inaugurated, on stage with him. And since then, we continue to pressure and continue to push and continue to remind him that he promised us that he will be with us until the last one. They have the power to bring everyone back home. This is why we are here, to remind them of his promise and to do whatever we can as families, because we are limited. All we can do is advocate for them, humanizing them. They are not just posters.
Gali and Ziv are two not identical twins, and being the older brother that knows them from the second they were born, tell us a little bit about these brothers.
Immediately, since they were born, which Ziv always remind to Gali that he's 1.5 minutes older than him, always. Since they were born, they were inseparable. They were always together, everything. And our mother tried her best that they won't be like the classic twins, same clothes, same friends, same everything, but their bond always drew them together. So they had the same friends, they dressed not identical, but sports well. They loved the same hobbies, the same music. They were in Tomorrowland, the big festival in Belgium, on August before October 7, together with Emily Damar. They worked together even as light technician in the music industry. They worked on Rihanna when she came to Israel, and Avicii and Metzada have the same season tickets to the same football team in Israel. Everything together, everything, all their lives, and they are each other's best friends.
All the three of you love the same football team?
No. I have my own team, and then my three younger brothers support a different team. My first failure is an older brother.
Is there some form of feeling responsible for regretting how this situation unfolds, being that you feel this kind of responsibility for your baby twin brothers?
Of course. I know it's irrational, but I live with a huge amount of guilt. I don't know how to explain that, even to myself sometimes, but I'm their older brother. Our father has Parkinson's dementia, so he can't be there to help them. I was the one supposed to help them, and I was also supposed to be in Kfar Aza on October 7th with my two little kids, and I worried. And since then, I'm failing for almost 22 months to bring them back. Once we knew that they were kidnapped, our mother told me, bring them back to me. For almost 22 months, I'm failing in that. And I know it's irrational. I can't go into Gaza and bring them back, but it is a feeling that I'm living with.
What was that like on that day of that something was going on there and you weren't there?
I remember every little minute of the day, every minute of the day. I remember that my youngest daughter woke me up 5 minutes before the alarms, 6:25. I gave her a pacifier, went back to bed, and before I could back on my pillow, the alarm started. So I went to the TV, opened it, everyone was still asleep, and everything starting to unfold. I told my wife, okay, I'm going there, I'm going to Kfar Aza. And my wife told me, you wouldn't make that. You couldn't go into Kfar Aza. As the day progressed, we realized that something terrible is happening in Kfar Aza. We didn't know the scope of it, not by any chance, but we realized that it's something big and that the military is not handling the situation. On Saturday, with Gali and Ziv, we were communicating in the morning, and we lost connection with one at 9:30 and the other at 10.
What were they reporting?
In the beginning, like 7:30 at 8 in the morning, they said that they are hearing live ammunition, live gunshots, that they are in their safe room, that they are okay, but it's coming closer. We have an audio of Ziv and our mother.
הם היו פה בדוד, כל הדירה שלי שרופה.
גם אצלנו השוער שלי שרוף.
לא, הם פה, הם עדיין פה. כל הדירה שלי ישן.
ממי, תסגור את החלון של הממ"ד עכשיו.
That he's telling her that he's feeling smoke in his apartment. Later we realized that they burned the apartment from the outside to drove him out. This is how he was taken. But in the beginning it just felt smoke. Then we lost connection with them. And for 11 days they were considered missing. The war and the title kidnapped, or any title at all, missing. And only on the 11 days the intelligence informed us that they were kidnapped. And this is it. You have to live with the feeling that your two brothers are in Gaza. You have no information other than that. Later we got a sign of life.
From other returning hostages?
For other returning hostages. For 50 days we knew that they are in Gaza, no information. When the returning hostages came back in November deal, they told us that they saw them, that they were separated. They were separated the first day, and the both are alive with minor injuries, but they are strong and they are surviving.
So there was never a Hamas video
No.
that was released with them?
No. Still, we have no video of them inside Gaza. We have a video of the car of all three of them, Emily, Gali, and Zivi. You don't see the faces. This is the only thing that we have of them on the way. But other than that, we have no video of them inside Gaza. And then over a year, we fought with the belief. Only on the second day, January and February, we got a second sign of life of people saw them again, and then survived this almost 2 years now. And they are surviving.
How do you sleep at night?
It's not easy. In the beginning, I used medicine, but I know myself and I know that I can't really rely on it, so I had to work on it. I'm pushing myself until I'm falling asleep on the couch and then going to bed. But I'm not going to bed if I'm not dead tired. I can't handle the thoughts.
What are the thoughts that come to mind that hold you from falling asleep?
In the beginning, I woke up in my mother's safe room with my two little kids. We weren't there, but I woke up in like a vivid dream of me in the safe room and my kids are crying and we are reading Arabic and it was like I was there and thought about how are they doing. I'm in my bed, they are sleeping on the mattress, they are sleeping on the floor. Are they in a cage right now? Are they in an apartment, in a tunnel? What are they eating today? So I'm killing myself in front of the TV, then only when I'm like collapsing, I'm going to bed.
The dreams that you have about Gali and Zivi are nightmares?
No, when I can control it, I dream about meeting them at the Re'im base. I'm dreaming about the white lights of the hospital. I dream about sleeping between them. They will have a twin bed at the hospital. And I'm sitting in the uncomfortable chair between them. So if I can control it, this is what I'm thinking about.
Can you imagine that day?
Of course. This is what I imagine every day, but we are realists and we know that it's not today, it's not tomorrow. We hoped it would be 658 days ago, but it's not there yet. This is also why I'm here. We will never stop fighting for them. Never.
the ups and downs of this deal. We're meeting here in New York City after another wave of a lot of hope and a lot of optimism where a deal was supposed to happen and it's not. This is the 100th time that you've been promised, you've been told, you've held your hopes up, and they've been shattered again and again and again. How do you deal with that uncertainty and with these promises that are not being kept?
The sad part is that we learn to control it. We don't get our hopes high anymore. Only when we know that the right people are in the negotiation table right now, like if it's either by Steve Witkoff or the Israelis that are going to sign the deal, only when they are going to the delegation, then we have letting our hopes high. But until they are there, or until we are hearing that a deal is signed, we can't get our hopes high. We learned the hard way that it's not good. The fall the fall can break you. The fall can break you from being this high with hopes and to lows that you can't pull yourself up. Like all these talks about the Biden-Netanyahu deal, and it's just there. We are signing the deal, and then it fell, and a month and a half later, on the end of August, 6 hostages were murdered in the tunnels of Rafah. And from being on highs of in July, that the Prime Minister was here speaking in Congress, and to such lows, such depth of the end of August, and I told myself then that until the first hostage is coming out, I'm not putting my hopes high. Not that high again.
There are a lot of different people that are blaming all different sides in why a deal is not being achieved. In recent days, as we're meeting here in New York City, there are a lot of images that are showcasing devastation that Gaza is going through. What do you say to those who are on college campuses, are here in Times Square, in Columbus Circle, in Washington Square Park, who are just not even mentioning the fact that there are hostages, who are explicitly calling for the dismantlement of the State of Israel? What do you have to say to them?
That they need to direct their anger and right frustration for the miserable children of Gaza to Hamas. Hamas entered Israel on October 7. Hamas kidnapped 251 people. Hamas murdered 1,200 people in Israel. And Hamas could have ended all the suffering of the Gazan people on October 8 by returning the hostages. All of them. None of this would have been in these scopes if Hamas hadn't started all on October 7. Their blame should be directed to Hamas. Hamas could end this today. Today. Israel will withdraw all their forces from Gaza when the last hostages will come back. Until then, Israel will not stop. Israel will not stop protecting their people, and 50 of its citizens are still held in Gaza. When Hamas will feel pressured, it will be over. I think most of them are either getting paid to this or very uneducated, and it's a problem. It's a problem that Ivy League universities get so many uneducated people.
I think it's a combination of a few things. You're either completely uneducated or you're completely hateful of the Jewish people for the simple fact of living. The fact that there are innocent civilians in Gaza who are suffering, who are starving, breaks our heart. It's an awful, awful fact that is the reality on the ground. But I think that where these protesters are wrong is in fact that they're not aiming towards the release of the hostages. If you really wanted this war to end, if you really wanted the end of this suffering for the Palestinian people, the first thing you should be advocating for is for the hostages to return. Because that's the only verified, non-deniable way to end this war. And if you decide to go and demonstrate, and all you're calling for is the support of Hamas and globalizing the Intifada and not even mentioning the hostages, you're basically giving more power for Hamas to understand that they can stay in power, that they can keep holding these hostages. And my personal opinion is that there are two options. You're either a complete idiot and a useful one for Hamas at that
Yes.
side, or you just hate Jews. That I don't see any other.
There is no other.
explanation.
There is no other options. Those are the two options. If you support Hamas, if you support from the river to the sea, all those nonsense, you have no idea what's going on in Israel. You have no clue. There are still 2 Muslims being held hostage in Gaza, and no one talking about it.
I'd like you to look into that camera, and if you can think of what it is you would say to Gali and Zivi right now. Imagine you were talking to them. Imagine you had the opportunity to share 60 seconds of just speaking to them. What would you tell them?
Gali and Zivi, I love you. I want you to know that we are doing whatever we can to bring you back. I just want to say that I'm sorry that it's taking that long, but I want you to also know that everyone at home is okay, fighting for you, is doing whatever they can to bring you back. You don't know how many people in Israel loves you right now and knows you, and you are a huge celebrity right now, and we will have to defend you from the hordes of groupies that you will have when you return, and that you know that your beloved team, Maccabi Tel Aviv, has saved you a season ticket for next season. Everyone is doing whatever they can. All your friends in the industry are doing whatever they can to help you. Zivi, you always wanted to be a 15 minutes of fame in reality. You don't need it anymore. You are famous. Gali, we will help you be anonymous as you want, as you wish. We will do whatever it takes to bring you back. And I just miss you so much.
I just want to end with telling you that there are millions all over the world, people who have a moral compass, people who understand the truth, who see the world for what it is. It's important that you know that. It's important that you remember that. I'm not talking about necessarily Jewish people. I'm not talking about Israeli people. I'm talking about people that we see, that they know what the truth is, and they're with you, and they're standing with the hostages, and they're fighting with you. And our job here is to remind them and thank them, and never let all the remaining 50 hostages come out of that place in their heart. And that's what we're doing here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.